Hey guys, I'm back for another language arts lesson. In August, we covered beginning journal writing. In September, we talked about biographies. And today we're going to talk about graphic novels. And something that happened today at the library that you might not be aware of is that we had Mark Parisi, who he calls himself a cartoonist and has written quite a few books, including this graphic novel and, well, it's junior fiction graphic novel. So there's more text, I think, than we'll talk about in a minute. And then he has some comic strips or comic strips. I'll show you those in just a minute. But he did an hour-long program on today's Loveland Public Library Facebook, and it was hilarious. And he talks about the process, where he gets his ideas from, and guess what? Best of all, he makes you laugh. So if you're into comics, cartooning, be sure to check out today's Mark Parisi's author highlight program. So today we're going to talk about graphic novels, and we have a huge section, thanks to Miss Cindy, who orders them in our library. Now, quick question. What's the difference between comics and graphic novels? I stumped a few of my staff members today. They didn't know the difference. Well, a comic, and I don't have an example because guess what? The library doesn't have any. A comic is, each comic is, you have to read it in a sequential order. So it kind of leaves you with a cliffhanger. And so when you get the next comic, if it's a superhero, it picks up where the story left off. For a graphic novel, like this one by Reina Telgemeier, this one's in Spanish, so it should say ghost up here in English, or it would say in English, it would say ghost. The whole narrative is done in pictures, and it's a complete narrative. So you begin in the beginning, introduced to the characters, the plot, all of that, and then at the end, the book completely comes to a closure for you. So that's the difference between comics and graphic novels. And if you have a comic at home, you'll see they're a lot thinner than the graphic novels. We've got a great assortment of graphic novels. So we have Raina's right here. She also wrote Smile. We also have Big Nate by Lincoln Pierce. Totally a graphic novel there. We have an award winner right here by CC Bell. So check that one out. We also have graphic novels about the classics. So if you're not quite ready to read the really thick Three Musketeers, then pick up the graphic novel and you can get the whole narrative in a much smaller sized book. So we have all of that. We also have manga, Japanese manga. When I applied for this job, the question was, what's the difference between manga and anime? And I didn't know. And guess what? I'm not going to tell you. You have to look it up. The difference between manga and anime. Well, right here, I have Pokemon. It's a Pokemon graphic novel. And the difference between a Japanese manga and a graphic novel written in English is that you read it back to front and you read it right to left. So there's a little cheat sheet in the very back of each Japanese manga or manga that tells you how to read it. So you're going to start here in this corner and read across that way. Pretty cool, huh? We have a big selection in children's, and then if you're a little bit older and want to push yourself, Teens has a fabulous collection of graphic novels. So, especially Japanese manga. Also, if you want to try your hand at writing your own, you can easily draw your own template. I got this one on Pinterest. So you're creating your own squares here with your bubbles for voices and thoughts. Use a Sharpie, draw it. Also, we'd love to see what you create. So you can send those in to us at Loveland Library Children's with an S, not an apostrophe S, at gmail.com. And that's our email. So if you create one and it makes you laugh or you want to share it, send it in to us because we would love to see what you create. Also, I want to tell you that part of the October challenge is, this is a continuation of our summer learning program for the summer, but we have read for 30 minutes. So any of these graphic novels, comics, manga can be part of that 30 minutes where you read. And this is a really cool incentive program where if you participate and you meet the goal right here, you'll find out what the goal is. You can come in and get a book for your library at home. And again, I'm wrapping up. Don't forget, October is Lego Challenge Month. So send us those creations too. So go forth, enjoy a graphic novel, come to the library and check them out. See you next time.